Hello my dear viewers, welcome again to DM Astrology, and from today onwards we are going to start a new series of learning astrology. Because after all your views I came to know that many people are still struggling for finding out how to start, how to see the chart. So this is a simple lesson, and by my 7th step you will be also become an astrologer. I don't want to hide anything. I give everything because I believe in the destiny. My destiny is there and everybody's destiny is written. So why to hide anything? So let me here share my views of BPHS, and we going to see what are the things to be seen to predict any events. See, first of all, there are three things you have to learn. It's affecting house very directly. Two things indirectly affect the house. So there is five, and two. One thing is so it is a five, and one is your internal role of that planet, and then the event prediction. See, only the Vedic astrology or Indian astrology, we should be very proud to say that it's our Indian astrology. Only the Indian astrology have, or the Vedic astrology have, or Hindu astrology have this event prediction. All Westerners now following the Vedic astrology because it has an event prediction. Whereas in the Chinese astrology, in the world there are three astrology prevail: Vedic astrology, Western astrology, and Chinese Eastern astrology. So all three this astrology have 12 sign, 9 planet, everything. Every 12 sign have animals. Western and Indian have same animals, whereas the Chinese have their own animals. But all have 12 sign and is accepted by everyone. Now what happened that the seventh step is very crucial, and that is a separate which makes the Indian astrology or Hindu astrology or Vedic astrology distinct from the Western astrology and Chinese astrology. What is that? That is a event prediction. We can predict that events on the time, whereas they are not able to predict on the time. They have already all the solar seeing, they all are the solar and we are the lunar believer. Okay, so that is a major change. Now see, first of all we have to make a Bhav. Predictive technique is the English word, whereas in the Hindu or in the Vedic it is called Bhavafal. So it is a combination of two things, Bhava and Phal. We only, the customer or the client who come to you only desire the Phal. They don't know where to get. They only come to you and see to it that whether you will be able to direct them to reach to their own Phal. So that is a Bhavafal. So today very simply we'll see how to predict Bhavafal. See, for Bhava and Phal, there are two things. Bhava is required and then only Phal will become. See, whenever you think about any fruit, so you have to think about the agriculture. What the agriculture teaches here is that to get a Phal, to get a fruit, there must be tree. If there is a tree, there must be a land, and if there is land, there should be a landowner. So you have here learned to get the fruit, you need a place, land, you need the owner who desired to plant this fruit, and then the fruit seeds. So same thing in the prediction also, you need a Bhava. Bhava Swami means a lord of the house, and Karak, that is a significator of the house. With these three, these are the three direct effect of a Bhavafal. So these three things will directly enter you into the house. See, whenever you go for any shopping, if the merchant is in front of you, what you will ask? How much that cost? In Hindi we call क्या भाव है, what is value, इसका मूल्य क्या है, इसका भाव क्या है. So भाव means house. In our sense it's a house. So you require a house. Parashara has divided all these things into the 12th house. Each house is more than every house I seen 20-25 things. So all together, if you combine all together, that will be almost all together 300-350 item has included in the Bhavafal. Okay, chart may be emotional chart, it may be actual chart, it may be a physical chart, but every chart have this 15 to 20 items. So first of all, we have to see Bhav. If somebody asks us that when I'll get married, so you have to see seventh house. So first of all, you have fixed the house. So first of all, house. Then you have to enter into the house. You have to keep the 11 house aside, and you have to concentrate the house to whose the answer has been question has been put. So first of all, house. Then you have to see house lord. See, like one has a agricultural land, right? Then there must be a farmer who is the owner of that land, so he will decide what crop to be cultivated, rice, wheat, what to be cultivated. The same way that your lagnesh or your bhav lord, the house lord will decide whether to give the result of this house or not. So that is very important. I believe that the house lord is nothing but your storekeeper. All the house lord is the storekeeper, because you whatever you want from that house, you have to first of all channelize him. You have to search him whether he will be able to give you, or you have to try your own. So that is a bhav lord. And third is karak, significant. See, karak is a Sanskrit word. Karak means Karan. In Hindi it is called Karan, and in the English it is called reason. So Karak is nothing but the reason behind the fruit. Karak, I say it's a bij, seeds. Because that seeds only plant the tree or plant your fruits. So whatever the fruits you want, you have to seed that, right? So what happened that you have a land, you have a landlord, owner of the whole lord, and you have a very precise and very firm karak, beach. So for all these three things comprise this house. So house lord, and house significator, these three things affect directly to your prediction. One should not influence with the sitting planet and the aspect. See, that I consider as an indirect effect. So if the sitting planet is some planets and aspect by some planet, it has a secondary things to be considered. First of all, you have to see house lord, and house karaka. If they three are comprised good, then 100% nobody can stop your result of that house. Mind it well. Okay, so what happened that if your house lord is placed well, we'll see hierarchy wise how it will place well and how it is not. If your karak, see, for all of us karak is same. For me also, first house karak sun, second house Jupiter, then Mercury, Mars, and so on. For you also, first house karak is sun, second house Jupiter, third house is Mars. Why? Because all of us internally are same, only the sex, race, caste, this all make us different. Otherwise we insidely we all have two kidneys, we all have one heart, one lungs, everything is same, similar insidely, only outside we are defined with our name, caste, sex, as that are. I don't believe on these things. I am very secular in that religious matter. Okay, never mind. So what happens that house, you have to first of all look at the house, which house the question is lies, the answer lies. Then house lord, what are the position of house lord, and then you have to look at how the house karak is there. Because if your seeds are not powerful, if your seeds are not able to fertile, then you will not able to enjoy. See, lord can give you. See, suppose in the example I say you that if somebody asks when I will get house, when I will get married, when my career start. So he wants something in the physical form that rules by Karak. Swami, sorry, my mistake. So it is all ruled by the Swami Lord. So if he want a house, he has to see fourth house Lord. If he want a spouse, he has to say seventh house Lord. If he want to career settle in career, he has to see his 10th house Lord. So this will give the outer picture. See, whatever your Lagnes is Venus, so your structure is as per Venus. If your Lagnes, if your Lagna Lord, Ascendant Lord is the Mercury, your structure outsidely become like a Mercury, Sun, Venus, all this like up to Saturn. But Karak rules insidely. what the enjoyment you get from that physical thing is all karak. So for karak you can't show that because it doesn't place in the house, it's inside the house. So karak is always a planet which gives you a pleasure out of it, so that is why you can't ignore it. It gives the pleasure out of the fruit you get. So if somebody says I have a house but I don't get the peace out of a house, then you have to treat his karaka, not his lord. If he is already married but he say my marriage is not running, so that means you don't have to see the honor lord, you have to see his karak. Somewhere the karak is affected, and I seen major of astrologer don't see the significance. They say this is common for everything. No, why to see it? No, because everybody has the same karak means everybody get the same feeling when they get some things. Maybe in the form it will be differ, maybe in the quality quantity differ, but it gives the same pleasure. When you eat banana you get the same feeling, what I eat banana I get the same feeling. That's the example. So for any house, first of all you have to locate the house, house lord and house karak. If these three things are powerful, nobody can stop your result. If any astrologer says that your house is occupied by such and such a planet, tell them, but my Lord, the owner of this house is powerful. Why don't you look at this? My car is very powerful. Why don't you overlook it? So anybody, if some astrologer tell you that your house is occupied by Rahu, you will not get a result. Same, but my Lord and Karak is able to give you. Why you are stopping? Be careful, my student, because I always want to warn you that true astrology is very far from the what the today's astrologer practice. So be careful, sir. So these three are the direct effect. First the house, house lord and house karaka. Then after the evaluating these three direct effect of the fruit, you have to see indirect effect. In India, indirect effect there is a two things. One is a sitting planet and one is a aspected by others. Now first of all we see what are the sitting planet. What happens if you are roaming somewhere? Suppose I will give you the example of a marriage. In every marriage system it is happens. In the marriage function what happens after the marriage there is a reception where the people gather and give blessing or give wishes to the newly married couple. During that time they take a photograph, right? So during that time what happened, everybody stand in the middle, there is a couple, husband and wife sit in the middle, and left hand side and right hand side there's all the family members stand, brother, father, mother, and is all these left side and right side of a bride and grooms, and there will be a picture will be taken. Afterward what happen, after you take a picture they all will start moving their own way, but while you are seeing the album you will see to it that, oh, this is my marriage picture, see, this is my uncle, this is my auntie, this is my cousin, this is my friend. The same way when the person, the native born, at that time the photo of the sky will be taken. The sky photo will be taken and you are showing that photo to the astrologer. See my Jupiter here, my Mercury is here, my this here, this here, this here. Like this. But they are not actually here now. They already left somewhere. They are moving. Right? So same way here also it applies when you taken a birth, that gray planet are moving on that sign and their photo has reflected in your 4th house, your 6th house, your 8th house. They are placed somewhere. So sitting planet is nothing but the influence of a planet by just sitting. See, suppose some guest comes to your house, they also have a say. You, whenever you are cooking anything, you are planning anything, you have to ask them, would you like to eat something? Would you like to take this coffee, tea, whatever, you have to offer them. Same like the sitting planet is only affecting that house by outside. Whatever the result is produced by the owner, whatever the result produced by the karaka, this all thing will be shared by this sitting planet. If this sitting planet is comfortable with this house, that means he will allow and give his consent also, okay, give this result. And if he doesn't allow, he doesn't go with the good, then he will try to obstruct this. See, suppose you are in the habit of eating something on some particular days. Some I know some non-veg people always cook in the Saturday, Sunday, or whenever they get the holidays. And on holidays, if the guest comes and you say, would you like to have some non-veg, they will say, no, no, we don't taste. And because of them also, you don't have to eat. So sometimes guests will promote you, sometimes guests will make you problem and not allow you to eat something. The same thing applies to the planet also. Planet who are sitting planet and not comfortable with that house, not comfortable with that house lord, they will try to obstruct the result. So sitting planet you have to only consider 15 to 20% result. They can't eat the entire dish produced by the owner and the significant. The Karak and the Lord has made so strain and give you result, they can't offset by the sitting planet. Yeah, sitting planet have a say. I don't deny the sitting planet have no say, but this sitting planet have very little say. They can only upset the result or support the result. They only have this much thing, and they produce the yoga. So that is why sitting planet in my eyes is just a mere transit during the birth time, and now they have moved, but they have left their impression in that house. That is a very funny thing for the house. So for sitting planet, you have to see to it whether they are comfortable with this house or not. If they are comfortable, they will not obstruct the house, and if they are not comfortable, they try to obstruct this house. But if your lord of that house is powerful, and if your karak of that house is powerful, nothing can be stopped by this planet. Okay, now we'll see the fifth aspect. First house, second house lord, third house karak, fourth is the sitting plate, and now fifth aspect. This is also indirect, that is aspect. In the Lagu Parasari, the 8-9 rule has said that all planets sitting their aspect their seventh house, and Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Rahu have a different aspect, means Vishesh Drashti also. So all the planet aspect where they are sitting, they influence the other house. So sitting planet is always called effect, and aspecting planet is called impact. They are just creating some impact on that house. See, suppose you are doing something and somebody will see that, then they will say, oh, I have seen everything, now I will caught you. The same way, if somebody see, they will try to help you if they are in the good nature. If you are doing something wrong and somebody has seen, they will blackmail you also. I'll see to it, I'll not allow you, you give me this thing. The planet is also same. See, our nature is made because of the planet only. So this planet is also have the same habits. If they are aspecting good, see, in the aspect you have to see the strength of a planet. Like me, I can't read anything without my spec, right? So my eyesight is now weak. I have to see to read, I have to use this. So my vision is now less. So same way is the planet is not comfortable. If planet is in the doubleted sign, if they are cumbers, and if cumbers planet is aspecting somehow, then mean their effect will be less. So they will not give the 100% effect of what the other planet gives, right? So this will happen that you have to see the first of all the strength of a planet. If one planet, suppose Sun is seated with the Saturn and both are aspecting its 7th house, then Saturn have a more say than the Sun, because Sun get somewhat diluted in the front of a Saturn. So likewise, if Sun is with the Rahu, then also Sun will get a lower power of a Rahu. So likewise, if some planet is aspecting, you have to see to it that it will be their own capacity should be good. If their own capacity is good, then only they are able to create impact on the opposite house. So aspect is nothing but the creating some impact on the other house without sitting, without owning, without anything. You are creating some say in that house. So this 5 step is over. Now you have to see the owner and the karaka, the significant and the lord into the namas. Here the role of a divisional chart says. See, I always see the Lagna chart, namas, dasha, gochar and planetary strain. This will decide my rules, prediction, and 85 to 90% I get correct result after applying all these 5 things. I don't use multiple system that make you confused. So make your own style, as I have developed my style of seeing Lagna Kulli, Chalit Kulli, Namas Kulli, Dasha, Gochar and planetary strength. That's it. There you will get your answer. Okay. So then your Lord and your Karaka, you have to see that Lord and the significance in the D9 chart. How to see D9 chart? This is a series. Again, move further. When we move ahead, I'll be going to see open the secret of a Namas also, and we are very soon declaring the Navanamas course. See, that is a that might be a 1 day or 2 day session where we'll be inviting the interested people to learn Navanamas. It's very and some unique technique I have developed. I've shown in my so many previous videos, but now thing is get ready. Now very soon I'll be releasing either in the January end or in the February. We see to it that Navanoman series. And that is only specially for learning purpose, so we'll be dealing with some special course for this. Okay, so then you have to see this Lord and the Karak in the Namas, how they are placed in the Namas, because Namas will give you the internal strength. See, for Namas, it is written in Sanskrit, Naman Setu Kalatra Sukh. What do you mean by Kalatrasuk? The normal interpreter or a common astrologer say you have to see the matrimonial result. No. It's not only a result of a matrimonial. Here some secret that Parashara has lies. He says that Kalatrasuk means internal pleasure. See, if you talk about the marriage life, what is marriage life? It's a personal life. It's a matrimonial relationship between the husband and wife. So it means a very private and secretive and inner core result of the two person. The same way the Namas indicate the core result and inner strength of the planet. How the planet internally strength. See, when you are seeing any planet in the nakshatra and its charan, where you are reaching? You are reaching Namas. The nakshatra charan, the star, the constellation pada or charan is nothing but Namas. So in Namas you are reaching the direct to the planet, exactly you are touching the planet. Right, so you have to see whether these two planets, what you have seen in the being as the Lord or the Karaka of that house, what they have position in this, whether they are Vargotam, whether they are Bhavatam, whether they are in Kendra, Trikona, whether they are own sign, what their position is, or they have debilitated, whether they have lose their result with some planets or the house, whereby you will come to know whatever the result you have seen in the ascendant, in the Lagna Kundli, it is all outer picture, the outer coverage of the planet, like suppose a mobile. See, mobile outer case and these things is a Lagna Kundli. But while you are seeing the system or apps, that means it's a Namas. Because while you are opening and operating, that time you will able to know, yeah, it's very comfortable. So Namas show you the internal and aggregate result of the planet. What the planet internally bound to give result is the Namas. So especially 2 sessions I am going to record for the Namas. In Namas you will come to know how to activate Namas, how to see Namas, and how to use the Namas. Okay, and at last, after seeing all these 6 steps, house, lord, Karaka, sitting planet, aspects, and the planet trend in the Namas. These 6 things, after seeing these 6 things, you have to go to the Dasha and Gochar. Because after evaluating these 6 steps, you come to know that whether you are going to get result or not to going to result. After 6 steps, you will come to know, yeah, he will going to marry. So immediately his next question will be, when? When I am going to marry? When I am going to purchase a house? When I am going to settle in my career? So this when question will be answered by the Dasha and Gochar. See, Dasha is in my Dasha video also I said Dasha is a continuous process, whereas Gochar or the transit is a selected time. If you are going for the default system, that is a Dasha, because there you don't have a say. You are standing on the queue, one by one planet comes and they will give you a result. But if you want to get a special result from the planet, you have to go to the planet. In Dasha, planet come to you, and in Gochar, in transit, you have to go to the planet and you have to take a result. Suppose in example now the Jupiter in the Virgo. So whoever want to get a result, they have to go to their Virgo sign where it is placed, and from there they have to get the result of a Jupiter. Same like as the Saturn now is going to move to the Sagittarius sign. So in the Sagittarius sign, when it will move, you whoever want to get a result from the Saturn, they have to go to the Sagittarius and take a result. In my Shani video also, in the Saturn in the Sagittarius, I described how you will be able to get a result from the Saturn. And very comfortable planet is the Saturn. He is the only planet he will give you and give you, will not take you anything from it. There is no taking. Whereas other planet they will give something and take so many things from you. Okay, that's a certain thing. So the last 7 step is the Dasha and Gochar, means Dasha and transit. Whoever you use the Dasha, Ashtotari, Vinchotari, Kal Chakra Dasha, Kut Dasha, Char Dasha, there are 36 type of Dasha. When I will do the special video for how to see the Dasha, you will come to know there are 36 type of Dasha. In my Nakshatra book, I published one book in Gujarati. In Nakshatra book, I mentioned all 36 type of a Dasha. But that is a rare publication. People doesn't get that book. I'm trying to translate in the English, but I'm not getting some right person who can able to translate. If anybody is interested, in it is already published in the Gujarati. One can translate in the English. It will be very benefit to the new learner. Okay, so in my that book I have given 36 type of a dasha, and dasha gives a how much distinct result. And in transit also, I am already written the book on transit. It is also yet to publish. So we'll see to it how the Dasha and Gochar, how these two planets, being a Lord, being a Karak of that house, either seated in that house or aspecting that house. All these four planets, whenever they get a chance, whenever they get a time in Dasha or Gochar, they will able to give you result. So simple astrology is there, and people are making so much complicated. I've seen so many astrologer in the YouTube or in anything, they are using so much technical word. Why? Why to show your knowledge? Why to use these technical words when the simple words is available? So that is why I believe that people like my video, because I always simplify the things. I hate all this technicality. People whenever use the sadastak and they are sextile and this is not a word. You should use a simple word, because Parashara in the Sanskrit he has written because to not to easily understood by the layman, but those who are very interested in that field, they will only get the result. And he has used very simple Sanskrit. It is not a complicated Sanskrit. There are so many translators who make this as complicated. So my dear friends, in this series of learning astrology, how to activate the chart, how to read the chart. See, this is how to read the chart. Let me also finish how to activate the chart, how to activate each house. Then only you will able to know how the houses start giving result. Okay. Now see, Parasara has divided the house into 12 parts. First house, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house. It goes anti-clockwise, whereas your sun goes clockwise. So anti-clockwise first house, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It's like this. Now the newborn baby is still in the first house till he don't able to utter a words, right? When he start uttering words, still that time she or he will be in the first house. So your second house will only activate when you start speaking something. When the small child will start speaking ma, pa, the whatever the words he utter, at that time only his second house is affected. See, this is a misconception. If some child is born in the family, and if family is facing any financial problem, and if somebody dies, grandfather, grandmother, mother, father, anybody who die in this family, the our society treat that child is unauspicious, and due to him this has all happened. See, the child will not open his second house until he utter any word from his mouth, until and unless his teeth will appear. See, teeth. If his teeth is appear, if he starts speaking, then only his second house is activated. After second house, if he start uttering mother, father, mama, papa, all words, then when he start walking or start going to neighbor house and he start all type of mischief, his third house will activate. Because third house is says as a short traveling. Now baby will go out Now he will scroll, now he'll walk, now he'll go to other house. In second house, he'll not go to other house until and unless there some family member is there. If some stranger will come, he will go behind his mother or his father. He'll very shy. He'll very scary also. So in third house, he'll go to some nearby place. He'll go to his neighbor. So neighbor is third house. When after doing so much mischief, because it is a parakram house. So after doing so much mischief, you will put him to the school fourth house, right? So your fourth house is the baby's fourth house open when you put him to the baby kindergarten, KG, senior KG, junior KG, or this all play group. There is fourth house activated, and fourth house is still activated till he attend his bachelor degree. So all his teenage he will pass a fourth house. That is why he feel sleepy. He'll feel the luxury, comfort, car, everything affects. Whatever the pleasure thing he will attract. Try to attract that things because he's in the fourth house. Suppose he fall into the love during his college life. If he fall, I was so not so lucky to fall in the love. So maybe okay. So if somebody fall in the love, then he is standing in his fifth house. He has opened and he knock his door of a fifth house. Let me enter. So if somebody is in the higher education, somebody is fall in the love. This is he went in the fifth house, right? Then after completing degree, his higher degree, he will be hired to some job. So he enter in the sixth house. Now his fear will start. All agitating, all whatever he has studied in the books. Now the practical life will he has to face. That is his sixth house. That is why so many enemies, so many things has made in the sixth house. All the opposite things will be in the sixth house. So he might be entering into the real world, entering in the job and career. So sixth house activated. After he put his career on, the family will start to make him marry. So seventh house. When he enter into the public life, if he face the public, if he go to the partner of his spouse will be coming in his life. So seventh house is activated. So he married. After marriage, what happened? The fear will start because till that time he was alone. So here now the burden of his spouse is also on his head, on his shoulder. So he got little fear and scared. Now how the life to be run? This is nothing but he is entering 8th house. 8th house is a house of fear. So all type of a fear will start. His own family will start making because the second 8th house is a second to his 7th house. So after the wife comes, what the family make, or after female goes to the husband house, what the family they do both jointly make is the 8th house. After the fear, the in the Indian tradition, wife is called Saubhagyavati. In the name in front of the girl, the Akhanda Saubhagyavati word will be given. There's no there's certain terms in the foreign, but in India we call Akhanda Saubhagyavati. Saubhagyavati means her bhagya who come with the luck. So wife always come with the luck, or if a husband come in the life of a wife, she will give entire his luck to his husband. That is why in the Indian culture, parents not to do anything in the their children name, especially in the daughter name. They don't do a business because they said that her luck is should be intact and her luck is for his husband. So ninth house, you will get the luck from your spouse, and then you start your real career. You will do good deeds in your life. That is a 10th house. After 10th house, doing the good deeds, you will try to fulfill your own internal desire. That is a fulfillment of a desire. That is the 11th house. You become a social friend circle. Everything will develop, and ultimately after all these things you try to leave this earth by sacrificing everything. That is a 12th house. That is a moksha. So by the time you leave the earth, so this way the house is being activated. Now where it happens, you will see that this is applied to the baby. Now we are grown up. How it will be applied? No. Whenever the client will come, he will come with the question, and you have to locate in which house he is standing, and now in which house he will be going to move. Like suppose example, suppose he said that I have done so much big deal in my life I have done so much good courage things, new things, which was very difficult for me. That means he is standing in this third house. So after the third house, he will not go back to the second house. See, during his talking, he will say, I invest so much money. That means he has already passed from second house. I have done so much big deals which is impossible for me. That is, he is in the third house. Now he won't have pleasure. So now his direction is towards the fourth house. So after third house, his fourth house will be activated. So you have to say very soon you will be moving towards the fourth house, and you have to realize him that you are now entering in the fourth house, and slowly when his time permit, he will enter in the fourth house. Suppose he has already purchased a home, that means he is standing in the fourth house. Now he is going to move in the fifth house. Now this house will give him the result as per his past deeds. How he has a good relation with the other person, so this will give him result. If somebody will be in the disease, if somebody is facing some disease, that means he is in the sixth house. Now he will be entering in the seventh house. Now he has to face the people. Now he has to meet the people. Now he has to get support from others. So likewise, if somebody is in the fear, he is very much in the fear. I don't know, I am very dark in my life. I don't know what to do, how to do, when it will be possible. That means he is in the 8th house. After the fear, there will be some opening of a new luck. So that is why here the Chinese mythology, they believe the crisis bring good luck. I always like this slogan, crisis bring good luck. So whenever you are in crisis, you will realize where you go wrong, and after altering and doing the good deeds, you will again come back to your original. So that same 8th house will say, you are under the fear, now fear will lead you towards the good luck. If you have already applied your luck, then you need some work to be done. If you have already done your deeds, now you will be expecting to complete that things, and you desire luck gain. If you already gain, now stop here, because after the gain 11,000 is a 12,000, you might be get a loss. So control your gain, don't use your gain at present, otherwise you might incur a loss. If you still greedy, if you don't leave your greediness, you might incur a loss. This session has gone very long, but it is very essential how to interpret house and how to activate this house. So this is the activation one after another, one after. This is a series. No one can jump this series. After the 4th house, nobody can directly jump to the 10th house. He has to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that much activation is required. That you will come to know in the Munta. Whenever we are learning Munta, you will come to know how the progressive and productive Kundli, progressive chart will give you the hint that in this year which house you are and the next year which house. But immediately, whenever you find some person in some house, he is stuck in that house, you have to pull him